This is Igbo Area TV.
Don't fear IPOB, MASOB, NPC tells census workers in Anambra. The National Population Commission has asked workers deployed for enumeration area demarcation exercises in some parts of Anambra State to proceed to their duty posts without any fear of molestation. The NPC Federal Commissioner in the state, Chidi Ezoke, stated this while declaring open a 3-day training for supervisors and demarcators engaged for the exercise in the state. While stating that the security arrangements have been put in place for a hitch-free exercise, the Commissioner laid fears of any danger, assuring the workers of maximum security. He asked them not to be dissuaded by the threats of indigenous people of Biafra and Movement for the Actualization of the Sovereign State of Biafra, who had warned against conducting such exercise in Biafra land. He said the pro-Biafran groups are our brothers and sisters. I believe they won't want to hurt their brothers and sisters. It won't be right to disclose our security arrangement, but I can assure you that the security will not be to fight anybody, but to collaborate with them. He implored the leadership of the host communities to make environment conducive for the officers to ensure they put in their best to the assignment. Allow the demarcators carry out their duties professionally, as well as give them unfettered access to facilities and place to be demarcated, the NPC boss stated. Leader of Pan-Biafra Group, Biafran Zionist Federation, BZM, Benjamin Onwuka has been released from prison. Onwuka was arrested on August 20, 2018 in Enugu during an agitation. He was kept incommunicado for several months. He was later transferred to Owerri prisons, from where he was released on July 1st. Addressing journalists shortly after he arrived at Enugu, Onwuka said he had become more strengthened in his push for Biafra. He said with the support of the United States, his inauguration as Biafra president would hold on July 30 at the Michael Okpara Square, Enugu. Onwuka also claimed that while in detention, he met with President Muhammadu Buhari and he told the president there was no going back on Biafra. He said, I'm happy to inform our people that our victory is here. I've always said they cannot stop us. They took me on August 20th, 2018 and dumped me at an underground cell in Aso Drive, Abuja. I spent 3 months and 4 days inside that terrible place. Throughout that period, I was fed with a slice of bread in the morning, a spoon of rice in the afternoon, and few loaves of semovita at night. From there, I was taken to Owerri prison, where I spent 7 months before I was finally released on July 1st. The craziest part of it is that I was not charged of anything. When they brought me before the court in Owerri, the judge said I jumped earlier bail granted to me. But I wonder how someone held inside an underground cell jumped bail. However, all that is now history. We are marching forward, and that is why I'm asking all Biafrans to turn out en masse for the inauguration of Biafra government. On the claims that he met Buhari while in detention, Onwuka said, at the meeting facilitated by the U.S., I told Buhari that there was no going back on Biafra. I chronicled all the injustice and marginalization Biafrans are facing. I made him understand that Biafra is a different entity and has nothing to do with Nigeria. That was according to the just released Biafran Zionist leader, Benjamin Onwuka. Igbo presidency, Ohaneze Youth and Niger Delta beg North, Southwest for support. The race to the 2023 presidency has begun among different geopolitical zones in Nigeria. President Buhari is from the northwest, while Vice President Yemi Osibanjo is from the southwest. Stakeholders in the southeast, including Ohaneze Youth Council, have begged the north and southwest to support Igbo presidency in 2023. Ahead of 2023 presidential election, the coalition of Niger Delta Youth Leaders Forum and the Ohaneze Youth Council have begged the north and southwest zones to allow the southeast to produce the next president of Nigeria. They said any attempt to deny the Southeast the opportunity to produce Igbo presidency in the next presidential election would only strengthen Biafra agitation and the realization of the dream in 2023. The group, which insisted that power must rotate between North and South, called on Southwest Middle-Belt youths to queue on the project and stressing that Southeast zone remains the only zone yet to get the presidency in the southern Nigeria. Majority of the Southeast, mainly youths, Igbos, want Biafra. And another group is eyeing the Igbo presidency. Tell us what you think, please. Court orders interim forfeiture of 11 houses, 22 bank accounts linked to Senator Nwoboshi. The Federal High Court in Abuja has ordered the interim forfeiture of 11 houses and 22 banks accounts linked to Delta North Senator Peter Nwoboshi. Justice Taiwo made the order on 2nd July, but a certified true copy of the order was only issued on July 5th, that is on Friday. The judge issued the order following an ex parte application by the Special Presidential Investigative Panel for Recovery of Public Funds. The ex parte application was moved by the panel's lawyer, census, who described the asset as suspicious or suspected to be far beyond the legitimate income of Nwoboshi. Nwoboshi, the Zenith Bank, Access Bank, United Bank of Africa, and Sterling Bank are joined as the first to fifth respondents, respectively, in the said ex parte application. Although Obong had applied for interim forfeiture of 14 landed assets, the judge only granted the request in respect of 11, as exempted 3 of them that were without addresses from the order. The affected properties include Sumin Electrical Company RC 1090069, located along Asaba Airport Road, Asaba, Delta State, PON Filling Station along Asaba Airport Road, Asaba, Delta State, and a multi-billion naira estate under construction at Mariam Babangida Road, Asaba, Delta State. They also include Cottage Cinema located at Opanam Road beside Rain Oil Petrol Station, Asaba, Delta State, New Bridge Filling Station along Airport Road, Warri, Delta State, and a house at number 8 Mono Olarewaju Crescent, GRA, Asaba, Delta State. The rest are a multi-million building located at 41 Boma Road, Apapa, Lagos, Guinea House, number 27 Marina Road, Apapa, Lagos, Pros 3011B, Kurana Close, Maitama, FCT, Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, and Cedars School Hall, Airport Road, Asaba, Delta State. Those exempted are plot on CFO number 16800, plot on CFO number 16711, and plot on CFO 13988. The judge also ordered the interim forfeiture of 22 bank accounts with Zenith Bank, Access Bank, and Sterling Bank linked to Nwoboshi. Some of the bank accounts are held in the name of Barrister Peter Nwoboshi and Nwoboshi Peter, Senator Peter Nwoboshi. The rest are held in the name of firms linked to the senator, which are Sumin Electrical Limited PVC account, Bilderberg Enterprises Limited, and Obi Francis Nwoboshi Foundation. Anambra, River States get new police commissioners. Inspector of Police IGP Mohammed Adamu has ordered the immediate posting and redeployment of commissioners of police in charge of Anambra and River State commands. Consequently, a new Commissioner of Police, CP Abang John, formerly of the Department of Research and Planning, Force Headquarters Abuja, had been posted to Anambra State Police Command. A statement Friday night by Force Public Relations Officer DCP Frank Mba said the SY Commissioner in charge of Anambra State, Dan Daura Mustafa, had been redeployed to River State as the new police chief. The former Commissioner in charge of River State, Usman Al-Hassan Bello, completes the triangular movement as he returns to Force Headquarters Abuja to take over as the new Commissioner of Police in the Department of Research and Planning, he said. The postings, which are strategically routine in nature, are designed to enhance the overall effectiveness and efficiency of policing service in the affected states and departments. Now, this news is just for people to take notes. Inaugural flight. Airpeace receives rousing reception at Dubai Airport. Nigeria carrier Airpeace got a rousing reception at the Sharjah International Airport in the United Arab Emirates, UAE, following an inaugural flight to commence services to the Middle East nation. The flight departed the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, at about 10:15 p.m. on Friday and arrived at 9:10 a.m. on Saturday at the Sharjah Dubai Airport. The B-777 aircraft was operated by Chief Pilot of Airpeace, Captain Victor Egonu. Among the dignitaries on board the flight were the Chairman of Airpeace, Mr. Allen Onyema, former Anambra Governor, Mr. Peter Obi, and the Rector of the International Aviation College, Ilorin, Mr. Benjamin Adeyeleka. Others include musician Kingsley Okonkwo, KC, and Nollywood actress Ibinabo February Sema. The inaugural flight was given a rousing reception by aviation authorities, members of the diplomatic corps, government officials, and the business community at the Charger International Airport. Speaking to reporters at the reception ceremony, Onyema said the airline had acquired 4 B777 airplanes for its long-haul operations, with 3 of the planes already delivered. According to him, the airline, which started flights on October 24, 2014, currently operates into Ghana, Liberia, Senegal, Gambia, and Sierra Leone. We have been designated by the federal government of Nigeria to operate flights into 6 international destinations, including Dubai. The launch of our flight operations in Dubai, UAE, will mark a major milestone in our vision to seamlessly connect the west coast of Africa to other parts of the world, thereby contributing to the region's economy. Onyema said that Johannesburg, London, Houston, Gwangju, and Mumbai would soon join the airline's international route network. Airpeace are scheduled to operate flights on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays to Dubai, while Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays will be for flight back to Lagos. The airline is currently the only Nigerian carrier operating on the lucrative Lagos-Dubai route, following the suspension of flight services on the route by Midview Airlines in March last year. Wow, congrats to you, Airpeace. Alan Ogochukwu, we're proud of you, Igbo son, and we are looking forward to seeing you connect flights from abroad to Enugu Airport. I hope that is in the pipeline. We are waiting for you to fly Enugu to overseas. East Midlands Airport's drone sighting could have been a bird. A reported drone sighting that caused the closure of East Midlands Airport could just have been a bird, according to experts. Reports of a drone being spotted at the airport on Wednesday morning are still being investigated by police. They said the movement of the object suggested it was a drone. However, an expert who analyzes reports of sightings said it was extremely unlikely a drone would have been able to fly near the airport. This is because of something called geofencing, which prevents most commercially available drones from being flown near airports. The drone simply won't take off if it is in a restricted location, said Simon Dell from Aprox Reality Check. It is therefore extremely unlikely that a drone was operating in proximity to East Midlands Airport. Mr. Dale said the sighting could have been a bird, a party balloon, a Chinese lantern, or a manned aircraft in the distance. Sean Roberts, a former RAF pilot who trains people to fly drones, said geofencing was easily hackable and doesn't take a rocket scientist. However, he also said the sighting could have been caused by a bird. It could have been anything, he said. There are even stories of plastic bags floating around in the air, and they have been called drones. I tried to look into it to see who made the report, because if it was a pilot coming in to land when he is busy and sees something going past the cockpit, it could have been a bird or something like that. The airport was only shut for an hour, so they obviously discounted it quickly. It is illegal to fly a drone within 5 kilometers, 3 miles of an airport. The vast majority of drones sold in the UK are manufactured by DJI, which uses geofencing to prevent the devices from being flown near airports. If drone pilots attempt to fly within an authorization zone or restricted zone, they will be prompted with a warning and the drone will not be able to take off. People can unlock an authorization zone, but this requires having a DJI account verified with a credit card, debit card, or a mobile phone number. Restricted zones can also be unlocked, but this involves supplying documents proving you have permission to fly in the area. It is also possible to hack drones to get around the geofencing or build your drone. Few details have been given about the East Midlands Airport sighting. So the airport actually closed briefly between the hours of 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. Impact on flights have been minimal. Police said it could not say where the alleged drone was spotted, what it looked like, or who saw it, citing operational reasons. However, it said there had been 3 separate sightings and the movement of it suggested it was a drone. Britain's oldest building firm collapses. Britain's oldest building firm, Aldotnell and Sons, has ceased trading, putting more than 100 jobs at risk. The company was founded in 1591 and had been run by 13 generations of same family. It was working on a £22 million project to refurbish parts of the Brighton pavilion when it failed. The firm, based in Brasted in Kent, started building in the time of Elizabeth I and built timber-framed houses. They started as carpenter builders who didn't build in brick or stone but exclusively in wood. The business built Palmsbridge Manor in Kent in 1593. It is still standing and it's a short distance from Brasted. The timber-framed house was one of the several built by family ancestor Brian Dackner for Elizabethan merchants. The family remained as carpenter builders until 1800s, when Richard Dutnell bought a much larger premises. He set himself up as a general builder and the business flourished. The last family member to run the farm was Alex Dutnell. The farm specialized in churches, private schools, art galleries, and luxury houses. R. Dutnell and Sons made a loss before tax of £679,877 in the year ended 31st December 2017, according to documents submitted to Companies House. It said economic conditions had been very challenging. The documents show it took a charge of £648,279 on the closure of its joinery business, which had been substantially cut during the recession. The firm had financial injection of £1.5 million after cash flow difficulties in 2018. It also warned about competitive pressures and risks in contract tendering and management. Brighton Project. One of the company's major projects was the refurbishment of the Brighton Dome Corn Exchange, which was originally built as the Prince Regent's Stable block more than 200 years ago. Brighton and Hove City Council said it was committed to the project, which included renovating the studio theatre. The council has taken back the site and made it secure, it said. We are committed to completing the refurbishment of these unique buildings to protect their long-term future in the cultural heart of the city. Wow, this is a farm of, this business farm was founded in 1591. This is how many years ago? This is about 400 years ago. Wow. These are, like we said the other time here, there are many white farms, white companies in Italy, and even some movie production industries in the US that are 300 years. Remember, we used this we talked about this while we are trying to tell Igbos to invest where they are sure their investment will not be taken from them, will not be snatched from them in a matter of years. Build where you are sure that tomorrow it will continue being yours. Even where you live, your children will inherit it. Build in Igbo land. Don't build where government policy, change of policy will affect you tomorrow. Be careful where you build. Ndigbo. Thanks for listening to Igbo Area TV. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more updates. You can also visit our Facebook page and like the page. You can join our Facebook group, Igbo Area TV. God bless you and bye for now.